Hey guys, it's Brian with 2A Guys and Gear. Today we are going to install the ALG Defense free float tube on a Stag Arms 6.8 upper receiver and barrel. So today I'm working by myself. Sean and I went out to the range. We shot some really awesome videos today. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties with the equipment and none of them turned out. So I'm here in the garage tonight just trying to knock out a video for you guys so I can get it out in the next day or two. I had to do this anyway, so it's not really the end of the world for me. So it's good motivation for me to get this this free float tube installed. Okay, so anyways, what we've got here is we have our upper receiver and barrel assembly in the vise, and as you can see, I've already taken the delta ring off, the gas tube, and the front sight post off. I've got it all prepped and ready to go for an 87 Industries gas block. Just got done doing that. Actually, just as we did in one of our previous videos where we had to drill it out, and we're going to put the pin in there, which I'll show you all that once again. And then we're getting ready for it to accept the new barrel nut. Now, this kit comes with, well, of course, the barrel nut, a really nice aluminum free float tube, which is US made, all your hardware, and a tool for the barrel nut. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, our next step is to see how many shims that we're going to need to put in between the barrel nut and the receiver. So let me get the camera resituated and we'll start on that. Okay guys, we're back. I'm hoping this works out for us since kind of working solo here. So what we've got in our directions next is we have our barrel nut that we have to get that put on, and then it also comes with a shim pack. There are 5 different shims and they're all color coded. So the directions call for the black shim to go on first, just as a test to kind of see where you line everything up. So we're going to slide that on all the way on, and then we're going to go ahead and put our barrel nut on. Now what you have to do to seat that washer or that shim is you need to turn this by hand and then tighten it down by hand 3 times. 1, loosen it up, go back, tighten it again, there's 2, and then we're going to hit 3. Okay, now we're going to go to 3. We've got it tightened on there. Now we're going to take the wrench that was supplied with us, or with this, we're going to slide that on, and we need to have the handle of the wrench here facing into somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock if you were looking straight on with the on the muzzle end. So right about there. Now, as you can see, let me find a pointer here. As you can see, this black line right here is what their directions are referring to, the pre-torque band. Okay, so now the way this works is this pre-torque band right here needs to be in line with the middle of your Picatinny rail, which is right here, and as you can see, it is not. It's actually pretty far off. So since that's the case, what we need to do is the directions say to pick which one of these bands most closely relates to the middle of this Picatinny rail, and for us, it's this band right here. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our directions and simply see that we need a red and a purple shim. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably doesn't matter really. So we need a red and a purple shim in order for this notch to line up when we torque it down right. So the next step is to pull all this off, and then we're going to spin this off. And we're going to take the black washer off. We don't need that one anymore, we'll just set it aside. And then I've got my red and my purple shim. You can see they just got them colored with a Sharpie. We're going to slide those on. And then we're going to go back to our same procedure that we just did. We're going to do our hand tight 3 times. And what that's going to do is that's going to seat the washers in place. Or the shims, I should say, in place. 2. Now 1 more time. 3. Alright. Okay, now that we have our barrel nut on, the directions call for us to put the wrench on, and it says to put it on so this handle here is in about the 3 o'clock position. So I guess about is the key word. So, and then you can see our black mark here is damn close to the center of the Picatinny rail. Okay, now what the directions also say is that this handle here is sized appropriately to accommodate a piece of 3/4 inch black pipe to use for a cheater bar. I don't have a piece of 3/4 inch pipe that small without being too unwieldy, but I do have a piece of, it looks like 1.25 inches or something like that, so I'm going to slide that on here for a cheater bar. And then what we're going to do is, let's see if I can color this in black real quick with the Sharpie. This mark here, that line there, that is going to need to line up with the center of the Picatinny rail to get our proper torque. Now I'm hoping I can do it from this angle since I'm kind of a one-man show today. Let's see what we do. Oh yeah, no problem. And then as you can see, when we're turning it, this groove here, let me get on this side, this groove here is lining up with that notch, which is going to be for your gas tube. So we're going to turn it a little bit, see what we look like a little bit more. Alright, it looks like that's about it. Yeah, I'm going to say we're good there. Alright, let's slide all that off. And now, once that's done, we can get our gas tube and just slide that in. We can take our 87 Industries pin block, slide that on. There you have that. That's set there. Okay, now what we need to do still is we need to get the small, I can't get it in my hands right now, the small little pin to go right in here to set this in place. So I'm going to do that off camera real quick because it's going to be a little too unwieldy for me to do right now, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, it's all put together. Barrel nuts on, gas tube. Our 87 Industries gas block is in place, which we, like I said earlier, we did another video on that a couple weeks ago. We've got our pin holding in our gas tube. I pin the gas block on, plus we've got our set screw in the bottom that's Loctited in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the ALG Defense free float tube, just slide it on. It locks in. And what we're going to do is we have 6 points where the this will be screwed into place with little Allen screws. Now this kit comes with little, your standard L-shaped Allen wrench. I can't stand those things, so I'm just gonna use my Craftsman 1/4 inch drive Allen wrench. So let's get these on. See if I can get it all lined up properly. Yep, there we go. Now some of you may know this, but once you get that first one in, don't crank it all the way down, leave it loose. Just get them all started first. A little bit of play might be needed just to get everything lined up in case you got to move something around. There we go. So far so good. Two more. So as I'm putting these in, I'll also tell you I've got my new muzzle brake on order. That hasn't come in yet. So waiting on that. So alright, now what we're going to do is just tighten these down, snug them up good. So yeah, that muzzle brake, just so you know, it's a 1/2 by 36 thread. So if you want to get an aftermarket muzzle brake for a 6.8 SPC, you have about 5 choices. So that's not a very common thread, unfortunately. So I'm not a big fan of the A2 birdcage style brakes, so I wanted to get something a little bit different. So there we go, they're all snugged. I'm going to go through them one more time just to make sure, and that's about it. So now what this also did is it came with Picatinny rails that you can mount, there we go, that you can mount back here. I don't have a need for it for this, honestly. I'm actually using this for a hunting rifle, so I don't need anything up here. I'm going to just mount my 1x4 scope back here, throw my muzzle brake on, and slap it on the lower and call it good. But there you go, that's it. So I think everything turned out really nice. Looks great. I'm sure it'll shoot great. Feels great on the hand. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. So there you go, American made ALG Defense. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll get you guys some more content out here soon. Sean and I did 4 videos today. We had a problem with the microphone, and all 4 of them we just deleted, so it wasn't worth keeping them. The audio quality was so bad in them. So, but hopefully this will hold you guys over for another week or 2 until we can get some better videos out. And hope you enjoy it. And yeah, check out the ALG Defense. I know Midway carries them, and several other online vendors, and we'll have a link down in the notes. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.